Hello, everyone. Welcome to ABC's 2025 Travel Update. I am your VP of Travel, Nicole Zillman, joined today by our fearless leader and president, Veronica Foster. Just some housekeeping notes. If there's any questions, you can pop them into the chat at any time. And then also, I have a little bit of a voice issue. So if you see me pausing and take a sip, just give me a second. And let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to go over 4 topics on our agenda: your agency, the new requirements in 2025, procedures and reminders, and then just some benefits that you may or may not have known before. All right, ABC is your agency, and I will let Veronica take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Awesome. Well, as you all already know, ABC is, of course, the only wedding professional organization that sends out checks after check after check. I got 2 more to send out later today. So usually, when we get the checks in, it's maybe a day, sometimes 2 days, depending if it's over a weekend, that we go ahead and get your commission checks out for you. So I don't hold on to it at all. Not all of them are timely, but it is a huge member benefit that really isn't used. And you'll see later on in the slides how much it's used and by how many people. Awesome. So in your independent contractor agreements is the IATA number. This number here that starts with the 34 is the only one that ABC uses. It is good for hotels outside, inside of the country, car rental places, just really everything, anything that you need an IATA number for. Even when you book your own travel, you can do it online, enter that IATA number. It is commissionable for you. So make sure you read your independent contractor agreement. It lists all the information there. And then, of course, if you have any questions about it, you can reach out to myself or the travel team, and we can answer those questions for you. So booking again, it's included in your membership benefit. There is no additional cost to you. We'll talk about commission percentages, but the money that ABC earns, we pay for other parts to protect our members. So definitely, consider this as an add-on. There it is. So we earn 75 to 85%. So 75% is outside of the country commissions right now, 85% on all US-based hotels. So when let's say you're traveling to Hawaii, it is a part of the US, and you would get 85% commission on that hotel room, as long as you give that hotel your IATA number and then let us know that you stayed there, because we need to know who to pay. 75% right now for outside of the country, but it is on a sliding scale, so you can earn up to 85%. Those that are booking more earn more. And then we did talk about a little bit the industry standard commission. You want to flip me over one there? There we go. So we are paying just slightly above, if not right in the middle of what host agencies actually pay. Now, ABC, when you're booking travel, and that does include room blocks because it is a form of travel, we are right there. So some, host agencies pay 60%, some, are at 85%, but, we have a lot of benefits, and really all we're trying to do is make sure that you guys have the correct licensing and are protected in order to go ahead and make this extra money. So ABC, again, acts as a host agency. And with everybody booking different, booking travel, whether it's Sandals or through Vax or, Charisma resorts, whatever resort it is, through whatever portal, through, Pleasant Holidays. We have a lot of buying power because we have, over 100 agents booking in these portals. So your commission percentage would increase rather than you booking that on your own or figuring, out how to do it on your own. With all of the members, with the over 100 agents right now booking travel through all these different portals, like through Sandals, for instance, we are allowed a higher commission percentage. And since we're paying, 75 to 85% of that commission, then you can still earn more. That other 15% goes to pay for bonds and licensing, taxes, and insurance that we need to make this program available to our members. So right now, ABC holds 3 seller of travel licenses: California, Florida, and Hawaii. Those are the ones where our members mostly are. We do not have Washington state yet because we don't have any members up there selling travel. As soon as that becomes, apparent that somebody out there is going to start selling travel, we will go ahead and get that license also. Those license numbers are also on the bottom of the ABC website. If Nikki says, hello, Hawaii. So if you need those numbers, they are on the bottom of the website. You can pull them off. You can look it up. I believe we just renewed the California one last month. So, we're rocking and rolling there. It is very important that you use these sellers of travel licenses. If you are in California, it is mandatory that you have it. Same thing with Florida. And then there is an extra step with Florida with a documentation form. All of that information is on our website. Hawaii is absolutely fantastic. So they don't have any extra steps, but it is required to sell travel to Hawaii and for those living in Hawaii. Same thing for California, traveling to, living in, same thing for Florida. So if you're selling Disney and everything like that, then, that Florida sellers of travel license is very important for you. Just make sure that you visit the website, fill out the additional form, you send it in directly to Florida State, and then they send you your, certification information after. All right. So we are at more suppliers than ever before. So it's not just Sandals anymore, although, they are always will always be near and dear to our hearts. But we do have thousands of others now through Vax, Pleasant Holidays, and other booking portals. You can always book direct, with some of the, different suppliers. There are some suppliers who it is better for you to go through, Vax or something like that. And we do list those on our website. We're building out more and more every day, adding more suppliers in there. We added Island Roots and Club Mobe. I think those are the 2 recent ones that we've added, but there's always more coming. If there's this, and there's cruises, oh my goodness, that they're in Carnival Cruise Lines. They're getting a lot of money from ABC, so I'm waiting for that commission letter to receive that commission letter that's saying that we're going to get more. So I know you guys are busy selling Carnival Cruise Lines, but again, all that information on how to sign up is on the website. All right. So don't forget your own hotel stays, travel rentals, vacations. For those of you that book like a one night honeymoon suite for your, couple locally, do it for them. You can do it on the website. Just add in your IATA number, and then you can go ahead and earn some commission for that one too. I used to do that all the time, book a great honeymoon suite for them. At their cost, of course, and then I earn the commission. But definitely don't forget your own hotel stays, car rentals, etc. Awesome. And then our travel leadership team. So I am listed as agency owner. And what I do is all the little approvals. I fill out all that glorious paperwork to get us signed up for the different TA portals and things that you guys need to make your sales. Nicole does a ton of work as our VP of Travel and Tourism. She is out there building relationships, gaining new contacts. She is helping, all of our members one-on-one with everything out of the country. And then Monica's backing her up on the US side because Monica is like room block queen. She knows all the ins and outs and loves the little points, travels on her own points, which is absolutely fantastic. So you can always reach out, to any of the travel leadership with any questions. We are on the homepage of the website. Everybody's email is there. So please definitely reach out, ask questions. Awesome. And then we have our ABC travel team, and they are killing it for us. Miss Cassandra, which I think she's one of the checks I need to send. I need to double check that. Kathy Evans, Nikki Hilaire Roach out there in Trinidad, who is going actually to represent us in the Bahamas. And of course, Miss Wendy Bass, who is a wealth of information for us too. Awesome.
And I'm just going to say a very special happy birthday. Thank you to all the travel team for being here today. But let's all wish Cassandra a very happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Awesome. There you go. And I'm going to turn it over to Nicole, who is, heading up the rest of the presentation for us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So new for this year, there's two things in particular that you should know. We just sent out an email about them, but I'll just jump right in. So one, don't forget to sign the travel agreement. It defines your commission rate. It outlines everything you need to know to be compliant. And we have clarified a few things. For example, the flat rate for all US hotel commission being at 85%. So people who have signed prior to January of this year will send out an addendum. So like exactly what your commission rate is, exactly for international and exactly for US hotels. Now, we understand that you may be transitioning from another IATA number. You can absolutely sign our travel agreement while you still have bookings somewhere else. Now, depending on your agreement with another IATA number, just double check with them to see if that's okay. But, you can book with us anything that you like. A few updates and reminders. The independent contractor, you are a travel agent under ABC. So if you are selling room blocks, arranging travel for your clients already, you are acting as a travel agent. Now, just a few reminders. The business name when you do a room block should always be Association of Bridal Consultants. Anytime you're asked in a travel scenario what your business is, please use Association of Bridal Consultants, because when they look up your IATA number, it's not going to match with your individual business name. It has to match ABC. Also, don't forget that as an independent contractor, not only will you get commission, but you'll get other benefits, which we'll talk about later in this presentation. Now, with the commission rate, don't forget that it used to be just for all US room blocks that are paid out at 85%, but it has been expanded to all US hotel properties. And a big reason for that is because a lot of US hotels and properties pay out somewhere between 7 to 10%. So it's not like you're getting less internationally. We just made it a little bit easier for everyone. Now, your other bookings internationally will be paid from 75 to 85% commission split. And that is also because they give a very generous commission to our members. So payouts, a few things to remember. Absolutely no payments should be received directly from a property. So if you get a check from a property, what that means is you're acting independently of ABC, and you may not be covered by all of our licenses. So for example, if you're in the state of California or Florida and a hotel sent you a check, you're kind of going rogue and acting independently, and you really need to be covered by the seller of travel licenses. And if you are ever asked by a hotel or property for additional information like a W-9 or to log something in the system, just contact myself, Veronica or Monica, and we'll get that to the property. Now, a few things that are in the travel agreement that you may not have particularly seen. You do get access to Marketing Bank, especially with sandals. So when you earn Marketing Bank, that's yours. And we're very happy to approve that for you should you want to do a bridal show or an ad or something like that. You have access to travel agent travel insurance, mostly from UATP. They give an amazing rate, probably around $200 to $300 for your whole family, because you're a travel agent, and that's an annual travel insurance plan. Booking incentives, of course, with any supplier, you get free nights, points, etc. Some give bonuses as well. Invitations to fam trips and the ability to get free day passes from certain properties. And of course, we've had a lot of questions about this lately. Once you hit $5,000 in received commissions, you can earn an IATA card. So you'll be a card-carrying member of the travel industry. Now, if you have not yet hit $5,000 in received commissions, we can provide for you a verification letter that you can use to get industry rates, like travel agent discounts at certain properties, to access day passes, things like that, whatever you need an ID for. Now, the biggest change for 2025 is Passport to Profits, ABC's exclusive travel training course, is now required this year. And everyone who has joined before, you must complete Passport to Profits by March 31st to retain your ability to book. Now, if you've completed it before, no need to do it again. And you could have watched it live online. You could have taken Passport to Profits Bootcamp at conference, or the Thinkific Passport to Profits course is available on the ABC website 24/7. Additionally, we're having a special 90-minute edition of Passport to Profits in March. It's free for members, but for non-members, it's $125. So please mark your calendars for March 12th. We're kind of doing it very similar to conference, where it's a boot camp, very quick, fast-paced version that'll be done in 90 minutes. And if you've already taken Passport to Profits, feel free to just come and see any updates and refresh as needed. Additionally, next month, February 26th, Monica will be doing a room block update with all of the procedure updates, some reminders on do's and don'ts, and clarification on payout timing. So that is already up on the ABC website, and you can register there. Now, I'm just going to go over a few of our procedures and reminders, or as it says on the slide, reminders. Our booking steps, which are also available on the ABC website. Step 1, sign the travel agreement. Step 2, make sure your business is compliant. Step 3, take training, aka Passport to Profits. 4, make your bookings through any supplier you choose. And step 5, log your bookings. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into these steps. So if you can't find the travel agreement, it is right here on abcweddingplanners.com/travel benefits under step 1. Step 2, make sure you're compliant, which means if you need to submit a seller of travel license document, like you're in Florida, you can find that on the ABC website. If you need help with For example, a group contract, a terms and conditions, an insurance waiver. We are partnered with Travel Industry Solutions. They offer a 10% discount for our members, and they provide not only those type of documents, but also a secure payment system. Now, step 3, take Passport to Profits. Like I said, if you've taken it at conference, great. If you would like a refresher, or if you have never taken it before, we have the 90-minute version in March. If you'd like to do it more at your own pace, it is available on the ABC website. If you can tell here, it says 6 hours of video content. So it's a little bit longer to get through, but it does satisfy the requirement. Or feel free to join us in March. Now, step 4, this is what I get the most questions about, is how to actually make your bookings and how to find suppliers. So on the ABC website, you'll see these categories: resort partners, tourism boards, cruise lines, other suppliers, etc. Now, under resort partners, these are the portals where you book specifically with that resort or resort family, and only that resort. So you'll see Iberostar, Sandals, Disney. Basically, they only sell their own brand. And under each of those sections, there's the instructions on how to register. Now, another one that is very popular is booking through a tour operator. Now, tour operators, it's a little bit of a misnomer in that they don't only sell tours, they sell a lot of properties. They also can bundle airfare and some other things, like transfers, and of course, tours. Classic Vacations is a great one. Pleasant Holidays is also an amazing one. Between Classic Vacations, Vax, and Pleasant Holidays, you should be able to book every property in the world. There are instructions on how to register. And especially if you are trying to sell a destination that you have never been to before, these are very great tools to compare different properties in kind of one-stop shop. Also, we have our cruise lines. We have Virgin, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Viking, and a few others coming online. Now, after you have made your booking, you need to pretty much tell us that that was you. There's 2 ways. You can use Tess, which is a CRM software that costs $10 a month. Or if you choose not to, you can use the completed booking form, which is here in the darker blue. So close to travel, maybe around final payment or when your client has traveled, please log your bookings so that when we receive the check, we know who it goes to. Veronica will let you know that sometimes the checks come with absolutely no information on them, just a dollar amount. And sometimes we have to really search to find out whose check that is. This helps us know who to pay. Tess also has a secure payment system if you need that for your bookings. Now, I'm just going to touch a little bit on room blocks. Next month, Monica is doing her room block update. So I'll just touch on a few things so that I don't take too much away from that presentation. Now, like Veronica mentioned, room blocks are travel, just like any other group bookings. The only differences include that you may have gone direct to the property or the sales manager to book that the room block or the courtesy block. You may or may not be working through a portal. So you may not be able to log in and see how many rooms have been booked. You may have received a code, or you may not have. US room blocks typically pay out between 7 to 10% commission. It could be as high as 17% if you work through certain supplier portals or tour operators. There is additional paperwork to be filled out when your group travels. So, as opposed to internationally where you're booking through a portal and they already have all your information, when you go direct to the property, they may or may not necessarily have the information to be able to pay you out. So there's some additional steps when your group travels that you need to take with the property to make sure that they can actually give you your check. If the property asks for a W-9 or any other information, please contact ABC because that is done on the agency level. So do not give your own W-9, do not give your own address for a check. Let us take care of that for you. Up on the abcweddingplanners.com/roomblocks website, we have just put up a room block guide that has, it's 2 pages, 4 steps that goes over everything. There is also a brand new invoice. So anything that you will be sending an invoice for now, even if you booked it in previous years, please use this invoice to submit. Now, the benefits. This is my favorite part of this presentation, in that I love to let you know all the things that are available to you as a travel agent under ABC. The biggest one, of course, is commission, including your own stays. So a lot of you who may or may not be jumping into room blocks, but you may be buying a room night for yourself or your assistants. If you don't want to drive home after a wedding, you can absolutely get the commission just on that one night in the hotel. Now, this was the number that Veronica was talking about. Last year, we had over, was it 110,000 in commissions paid out to members?
Yep, just US room blocks.
Yes, so just US room blocks alone, which averaged about over $2,000 per member back in their pockets just last year.
Mm.
So, I mean, imagine if you just set up a few courtesy blocks, you could have 2,000. And a lot of our members, it's significantly more. Now, other benefits, of course, you're covered by our licensing. You have access to industry rates. So don't forget that you are a travel agent. And if you go to book a hotel or a cruise or a car rental, always ask, excuse me, always ask if there's an industry rate. So a lot of times, US properties, they could give 25% or more off just on a one night stay. And then any properties internationally, they usually have a set travel agent rate. For example, sandals, it starts at $250 per night, which is a significant discount. So always identify yourself as a travel agent and ask if there's an industry rate available. Lastly, like we mentioned, you can earn your IATA card or get a verification letter, which gives you access to more perks. Specifically, if you want to go meet with someone at a travel show, a lot of times they give you free admission to travel shows for travel agents. So I know we have some questions in the chat. I'm going to let Veronica take the live questions, and then I'm going to sort through kind of as we see in the chat. So what questions can we answer for you? Veronica, just give me a second. I will get to the first question in the chat and post it.
Sounds good.
Okay, here's one.
All right. So, Jasmine, if we completed the course at conference, do we need the certificate as evidence of completion? For your points grid, yes. Otherwise, we do have it noted, in the membership system that you have completed it. But yes,
And
I
you
would
can
still
send an
get that
email.
certificate for your points.
Yeah, you can send an email to me and I will get the certificate sent to you. Thank you, Jasmine.
All right. Denise says, if we took it at conference, where is it on the website? So on the website, if you go down to, it's in the member portal. It says booking travel through ABC. And then you want to just scroll down and there's all the different webinar replays. And you can click in there. There's also the room block. And then, of course, the Passport to Profits link is there too. Awesome. Yes. And you can email Nicole and she'll email it to you. Awesome, Casey. Will we receive a copy of this presentation? Yes. So we will put it on the website, and then we usually send you out a quick email letting you know. And there's a link there if you wanted to rewatch or view the slides. Laura says, "Does this apply to international room blogs?"
Laura, I'm going to ask you to repeat that question since we didn't catch it right at the time when we can correlate it to what we were talking about. So if you could repeat that question in the chat, I'll pop it up again.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the same with Tia. Is that only available for the IATA card? Please restate your question. Oh, in other words,
You can't make that off last IATA commissions.
so your 5,000 in received commissions is under the IATA number that starts in 346.
Right. And that's IATA standards too, just so you know. So we don't make that up. That's, their rules and regulations. Olympia, I would like a verification letter. All you need to do is email one of us and we will go ahead and get that out for you. How do we request? Oh, there you go. And Sandy, just email us and we will get that verification letter out for you. Jasmine, do you need to sign the travel agreement every year? No, you don't. So part of the addendum is more clarification on commissions. And then it is also going to, we're going to put a renewal in there. So as long as you're a member of ABC, it's going to be valid. If you decide to not renew your membership, then it would end it. So that's the majority of the addendum that you'll see coming. That way, then we don't have to keep bothering you. And Daphne, the IATA card is $5,000. It is $5,000 paid in commission. Terry, how do you find out your IATA number? The ABC IATA number is on the independent contractor agreement that you have signed. If you have not signed it yet, then when you sign it, the IATA number is there for you. We don't publish it publicly all the time just for security purposes. We don't want somebody getting that number and booking stuff and taking people's money and all that. So we kept it inside of the independent contractor agreement. Do the rules from the room blocks apply to bookings in Canada or other countries? Okay, so Laura, that means when we talk about room blocks, those are in US. Everything outside is outside of the US. So Nicole would handle those things inside, and those would be paid at the 75%. I'm sorry, she handles everything outside, and it starts at the 75% commission. And then as you pass the thresholds, you can earn up to 85%. Room blocks inside of the US are paid out at 85%. I hope that answers that.
Yeah, and that's kind of just because the commission rate for a lot of properties in the US is a lot lower than those outside of the US.
Right. All right, Michelle. So my family and I do a lot of, all right. Yes, you would get a further discount. So on the ABC website, again, is the information for the Hilton for your travel agent stays. So the Hilton actually gives 50% off to travel agents on their new properties or renovated properties, and then an additional 25% off older properties and things of that nature. I know I do the 25. You still earn your Hilton points. You can still, use any benefits from their points program. So it's a great way to combine, discounts. And then if you use your, like a Capital One card or something like that, you can get even more discounts and points.
Yeah. And if you're, so that's one option. Also, if you're trying to reach the $5,000 paid commission threshold, you could also book your stay, and then earn commission on it. So, it kind of depends on what you'd like to do.
Yep. Awesome. The contract has a client and business owner sig. So if you're signing the IC agreement, you are the client and we are the business owner. And that kind of goes back to ABC is a host agency and you are the travel agent.
Yeah, and then we are updating it as well because we know that is a little bit unclear, but it will read agent and then agency owner in the future.
Awesome. Casey says, if we go down the cruises link on the ABC website, can we book our own travel through it or do we need to contact them directly? So you can book your own travel through it. If you sign into like Carnival and you tell them you're an agent, you can also do the agent rate there. So again, it's like a balance. Is it cheaper to, take the discount or is it less expensive to take the commission rate? So you can kind of weigh those options there.
I'll take this one. Terry, if you're looking for the independent contractor, AKA travel agreement, it is under abcweddingplanners.com/travel benefits, step 1.
Yep.
Okay,
Awesome.
let's see here.
Oh, McCall popped on there.
Yeah, just an update. So
All
the
right.
C2P certificates from conference were emailed out around December 6th. If you didn't receive them, please send me an email, travel@abcweddingplanners.com.
Awesome.
Then the last question so far, will this be recorded? Yes. So this is recorded. It'll get sent out and then it'll be in webinar replays shortly after. Everything else that's already in the Passport to Profits is available on the ABC website, I believe under step 3, abcweddingplanners.com/travel benefits, step 3.
Yeah. And the Passport to Profits, if you haven't gone through it yet, make sure that you do. If you have already gone through it, I know Nicole's been updating things and keeping things really current. We're adding things in all the time. So you can always sign in, check back, and see what's new.
Oh, we had one more quote. Okay.
Oh. Laura says, can I steal bookings from previous room blocks this year? Can you?
Do you mean
Laura,
log them or did you book them not at a commissionable rate?
can I still submit? Okay. So if you have room blocks that you haven't submitted that final form for, then please get them in as soon as possible. So we did January of 2023, so not last year, but the year before, change it to 30 days after the event or after you travel. You have to submit that final form. And we did that for a couple of reasons. One, people were, like today, somebody would submit a form for a room block in 2020. And, if we don't have the money, we have to, cut things off and pay taxes like everybody else out here. It was just very confusing. So if you're traveling, after you travel, when you get back, make sure that you fill out that form and get it into us. It also allows us to follow up. So we do follow up about 90 days if we haven't received that commission check. And then we'll follow up in, another 30 days and another 30 days. I'm doing it all the time just to try and make sure that we're getting you guys that commission. But if you don't fill out that form, we don't know. And if a check comes in for you and you don't fill out that form, it's just sitting there. And then at the end of the year, all the unaccounted for monies will go toward either the heart, the Penner Scholarship or, something for education. Maybe it's paying for a speaker, for some of you. Maybe it's, getting ABC more advertising so we can try and get you guys, some leads and things like that for your business. But, we're trying to make sure that we are paying you, but you have to let us know. Like, that's my priority. Everything else, then we use the money to benefit members in some way, shape, or form.
And I'll field this next question. Yeah, so if you have a lot of questions, that you can always email myself, travel@abcweddingplanners.com. However, if you log on to the ABC website and scroll to the bottom, it says schedule a one-on-one with me. And that's probably the best way if you have a lot of questions, so that I can see where you are and we can talk a little bit about how to get you on the right path. It is abcweddingplanners.com/travel benefits. Scroll to the bottom and it says schedule a one-on-one consultation. That'll be your best bet.
Awesome. Do you mind explaining about the podcast? Do you mean this system, Daphne? Because I can kind of explain why we use the StreamYard a lot more lately. It's mainly because the Zoom has a lot of distractions to it, whereas the StreamYard is a little bit easier for us on this side, to keep those distractions away and make sure that we're, giving you guys the information that you need, to be successful in your business. But I hope that answered that question.
And I'll take this one from Thelma. Yes, Thelma, you do get points. I know that we have been emailing and I see that you've completed it. The points, depending on which version of the course you took. For example, the boot camp that was at conference was about 75 minutes. The points for that one are a little bit less than, say, if you took all of them like you did live when they happened, because that equates to almost 6 hours. So recap with me in email and we'll make sure to get you your points and your certificate for education points.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I think as far as I can tell, we have answered all of the questions. Again, you can always contact us. Veronica is president at abcweddingplanners.com. I am travel at abcweddingplanners.com. You can also always schedule a one-on-one consultation with me on the ABC website. For anything room block related, please contact Monica at roomblocks@abcweddingplanners.com. Other than that, please don't forget, next month is the room block update. And in March, we have the Passport to Profits 90-minute version. Anything else you'd like to say, Veronica?
No, I definitely want to thank everybody. We've got 39 people on this StreamYard, and I really love it. I think we paid out about that amount, about that number of members just in the room blocks last year, on an average. And there were a couple of members that got about $100, and a couple of members that got about $5,000. So the program is great. It is little to no work for the room block program. I think we nailed it out in 4 steps for everyone. And then even the travel, we are working really hard to make it a lot easier for you guys to put a little bit of extra cash in your pockets. And you don't have to do destination weddings and do the big hoo-has. You can do honeymoons. You can do honeymoon suites, when you book local weddings. So it's, there's a lot of different options out there for you. And we just want to make sure that you know of them so you can decide, what's best for you and your business. But I definitely appreciate you guys taking the time out today to kind of listen and see what's going on. Our doors are all, well, we work from home, so our doors aren't open, but our phones are on and emails are answered, so if you have any questions, just definitely let us know.
Yep. Thank you so much, everyone. We will send the replay to everyone who registered, and it'll be up on the website shortly. Have a great day.
Awesome. Bye. Stay warm.